Hello, my friends. So before I start today's exercise and before we go into a short insight meditation, let me recapitulate a few things that I've already kind of shared with you, not once, but many, many times. Okay, but let's go over them. Number one, all perception is a learned phenomenon. So if you take kittens and you bring them up in a room that has only horizontal stripes, when these kittens grow up to be wise old cats, they can only see a horizontal world. If you bring up kittens in a room that has vertical stripes, they grow up to see only a vertical world. So their initial experience of a sensation, vertical stripes, horizontal stripes, their initial interpretation of a sensation creates a perception. Perception is a sensation that has now meaning, horizontal and vertical, horizontal and vertical, and meaning. Is the world vertical or horizontal? In fact, it is neither. The world is formless, but depending on how the interpretation is exercised of the sensation, in this case, a stripe, a color, that influences perception in a way that the neural networks reinforce the interpretation of the original sensation as a perception. And this is how we create our everyday perception. So number one, perception is a learned phenomenon. Number two, all perception is magical lies. The world is neither horizontal nor vertical, nor flat, nor stationary, nor solid, nor three-dimensional. It is, again, formless. So number one, all perception is learned phenomenon. Number two, all perception is a magical lie. Number three, that which we call rational thought is actually the interpretation of magical lies, of perceptions that we hold to be true. So rational thought is a belief that this is the way to know truth. It is one way to know truth, but there are many modes of knowing truth, including feeling, emotionalizing, imagining, and reflecting, and transcending, and focused awareness, and intention, and attention, and insight, and higher consciousness, and transcendence, many modes of knowing. Rational thought is one mode of knowing, and actually a mode of knowing that perpetuates the illusion or perpetuates the magical lies that we call the physical body and the physical world. Okay, now given that, what is real then? What is not a magical lie is the source also of all magical lies. And that is the invisible you. So now here's the thing. Look at everything, object around you, including your own body. And instead of using the word object or this body, use the word experience. I am having an experience that humans call coffee. I'm having an experience that humans call a coffee cup. As soon as you replace the word object with experience, then you say, who is having this experience? What is having the experience? And what is the experience? So in this case, the experience is color, shape, form. And that which is having the experience has no color, shape, and form. In fact, it knows itself as that color, shape, and form. That which is knowing this as color, shape, and form has no color, shape, and form. Now listen to the sound of my voice, and that which is hearing this sound is soundless. There's no sound in that which hears. In fact, that which hears knows itself as sound by modifying itself into the sensation called sound. And by itself, it is soundless. It is colorless, it is shapeless, it is formless. And likewise, every fragrance is experienced by that which has no fragrance. Every smell, odor is experienced by that which has no odor. Every thought is experienced by that which has, by itself, is thoughtless. It is modifying itself as the thought. Every emotion that is experienced by that which is emotionless, or has the potential for emotions, but is not by itself a field of emotions, dormant emotions. Yes, that which imagines is by itself without any image. In fact, it knows itself as all these images, including this image and that image and that image. So that which is without form is always modifying itself as form and phenomenon. Every form is a phenomenon. Every phenomenon is its own excitation as that form. So that which is finite is experienced by that which is infinite. That which is ageless, that which is age-bound and aging is experienced by that which is ageless. I mentioned that which is time-bound is experienced by that which is timeless. That which experiences space or knows itself as space by itself is spaceless. Okay. In other words, the invisible is the only reality. And if you don't know it, you should. It's the most intimate part of yourself. Without the invisible, the visible is not possible. Furthermore, the visible comes and goes. The invisible is eternal and timeless and spaceless. Going back to the Bhagavad Gita, water cannot wet it, wind cannot dry it, weapons cannot shatter it, fire cannot burn it, and it's you. So is that the subject of experience? Well, it is all subjects of experience and all objects of experience and all modes of knowing. Those modes of knowing are bits and pieces of sensory experience. With bits and pieces of sensory experience, we can never know the whole. And that's all we have, bits and pieces of sensory experience. So the whole can only be known by going to the source of these bits and pieces of sensory experience. The picture of the world is not the human look of it. The picture of the world is all possible looks, by all possible species, by all possible brains. And even the brains that we know, species specific, are a particular look in that which is looking. And that which is looking is unlookable. So it looks at itself as its infinite forms and phenomena and its looks. Naive realism says that the picture of the world is the human look of it. Obviously, that's naive. Naive realism also believes in subject-object split. Obviously, that can't be true. The subject and object of experience are awareness knowing itself as subject and object of experience. So ground yourself always in the invisible, fall in love with the invisible, and you will fall in love with the universe. I hope that makes sense. It gives me immense joy to actually share this with you. And if you are experiencing that, then we might be on the right track.